Welcome to my channel Techify with Adil. So today in this video we will be discussing about monitoring tools in Azure. Under this session we will be seeing the purpose of Azure Advisor and Azure Service Health. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like and share my videos. You can watch the playlist for Azure Fundamentals if you would like to do the certification or if you want to just gain knowledge in Azure Fundamentals. Let us move on to today's content. Okay, regarding the Azure Advisor. So Azure Advisor evaluates your Azure resources and makes recommendations to help improve reliability, security and performance, achieve operational excellence and reduce cost. Azure Advisor is designed to help you save time on cloud optimization. The recommendation service includes suggested actions you can take right away, postpone and dismiss. The recommendations are available via Azure portal and the API, and you can set up notification to alert you to new recommendations. When you are in Azure portal, Advisor dashboard displays personalized recommendations for all subscriptions. You can use filters to select recommendations for specific subscriptions, resource groups or services. The recommendations are divided into 5 categories: reliability, security, performance, operational excellence and cost. So reliability is used to ensure and improve the continuity of your business critical applications. Security is used to detect threats and vulnerabilities that might lead to security breaches. Performance is used to improve the speed of your appliances. Operational excellence is used to help you achieve process and workflow efficiency, resource manageability, and deployment best practices. Cost is used to optimize and reduce your overall Azure spending. So under all these 5 categories, your Azure Advisor will evaluate your resources and it will give you recommendations to improve the security or performance or cost or operational excellence on these categories. So you can follow that Azure Advisor, you can check on that, then you will be able to optimize your cloud. Also, this you can set up for specific resource groups or specific subscriptions on or specific services as well. So if you have a resource group just for your testing or which you no need to give much attention to, you can ignore that from your getting Azure Advisor alerts. So this is an example screenshot of Microsoft Advisor dashboard. So you can see under reliability there's 4 recommendations which will give you medium impact. Then for security there's 20 high impact, 7 medium impact and 4 low impact. For performance there is no recommendation. For operational excellence there is 1 low impact recommendation, and for cost wise there is 1 high impact and 2 medium impact. So you can see here it's 7,473 USD of savings per year. When you apply this recommendation you will be able to save this much. So you can check on these recommendations. You can have the filtrations here, the subscription types, and you can have the filtration. You can check on the recommendations. If it's applicable for you, then you can just apply the recommendations to achieve that. So next will be the service health. So Microsoft Azure provides a global cloud solution to help you manage your infrastructure needs, reach your customers, innovate and adapt rapidly. Knowing the status of the global Azure infrastructure and your individual resources may seem like a daunting task. Azure Service Health helps you keep track of Azure resource, both your specifically deployed resources and the overall status of Azure. Azure Service Health does this by combining 3 different Azure services: Azure Status, Service Health and Resource Health. Azure status is a broad picture of the status of Azure globally. Azure status informs you the service outages in Azure on the Azure status page. The page is a global view of health of all Azure services across all Azure regions. It's a good reference for incidents with widespread impact. Next is Azure Service Health. Provides a narrower view of Azure services and regions. It focuses on Azure services and regions you are using. This is the best place to look for service impacting communications about outages, planned maintenance activities, and other health advisories, because the authenticated service health experience knows which service and resources you currently use. You can even set up service health alerts to notify you when service issues, planned maintenance, or other changes may affect the Azure services and regions you use. Resource Health is a tailored view of your actual Azure resources. It provides information about health of your individual cloud resources, such as a specific virtual machine instance using Azure Monitor. You can also configure alerts to notify you of availability changes of your cloud resources. So Azure Service Health combine these three different Azure services. One, the Azure status, which gives you the status of the Azure outages globally. The next is the Azure Health. This provides the view of Azure services and the region which our data center is. And next is the Resource Health. This is for our actual Azure resources. So globally, outage status and Azure services and of the regions which our data center is, and finally the resource health of our Azure resource. This is altogether combined and can be seen in Azure Service Health. By using Azure status, Service Health, and Resource Health, Azure Service Health gives you a complete view of your Azure environment, all the way from the global status of Azure services and the regions down to the specific resources. Additionally, historical alerts are stored and accessible for later review. Something you initially thought was a simple anomaly that turned into a trend can readily be reviewed and investigated thanks to the historical alerts. Finally, if a workload you are running is impacted by an event, Azure Service Health provides links to the support.